What is up, everybody? Svanson here, back with another MLB 9 innings video. Let's get this kicked off. What are we going over today? We're going to talk about the new release from the Com2Us meeting that happened just a couple days ago in Korea. They met with some of the high overall player base out there. So we're going to talk about the results that came out of that meeting, what they talked about. We also are going to grade increase the Tony Gwynn in my deck. Finally, I decided to keep the train. Still haven't hit the stat amp tickets I need, but then we're going to sig change him and use premium skill changes on Patrick Corbin. Hopefully we hit something because we do have some green tickets. So with all that being said, let's get it started. Alright, so let's talk first about, go to the news, because they released the English translations. It was the MLB 9 Innings Stove League. So lots of things came out of this. I'm just going to go over very quickly and give my thoughts. So first, validation of player skill acquisition rates. They're basically monitoring whether or not rates are appearing outside of standard error range on the live server for like skill and player acquisitions, like, hey, I feel like I'm never getting Control Master or Slow Starter because I get Fireballer every time. So I'm guessing that they're just checking their 3 sigma standard deviation to see if, somebody's really outside of that rate for how often those skills drop, or if they're never dropping, if they're really outside of that 3 sigma that you're expected to fall in. They say they haven't seen it. I would expect they don't keep seeing it. So, but that's just an update there. They're going to disclose the rate of league mode reward boxes. That's awesome. They're going to do an effort to validate the skill effects. Make sure after the batter's chemistry error. So they're also going to add detailed descriptions of BIU, finesse, S, slow starter. So that's going to be nice. We're going to know what skills do a little bit better. So really they're just planning on making sure their game works, improving that to us. So that's good to know. I don't know. There's some other stuff I don't really care. Some stuff for supporting new users. That's good. Help them get higher overall more quickly. They're going to remove the overall cap from players that appear in FA/MyFA. Great. That means that end game pitchers like Bieber 20 will appear in there. You can keep your MyFA as opposed to resetting it every day. If a player you want appears in there, you can lock it. It looks like they're really intending free agency to be for new players rather than for people like me, which is great. And it's especially compounded because they're removing mileage rewards, which is good. If you just heard a thunk, it's because my cat started knocking stuff off of a table because she wants her dinner. So, if you didn't hear a thunk, well, now you know that my cat wants her dinner. Let's see, they're going to improve, but yeah, they're removing mileage from FA, and they're going to reduce the crafting cost of TSD diamond packs that are available. So that's going to be nice. Basically, this is just making the new player experience better. They're going to improve PvP improvements. They're going to improve PvP. There was a different notice about that. They're going to improve club. Aside from the boxes they just added, they're going to remove manual play from interleague. I'm actually kind of sad about this. I really liked manual play because it let me get a look at some of the cool overseas decks. And it was kind of fun to manual play, but it also took a lot of time. And the clubs who had people manually playing definitely had a huge leg up over the ones who didn't. So that's going to be interesting. The opponent's starting pitchers will play based on rotation, so if you throw your ace at them, their ace will come at you. I think that's going to make it harder to flag, because right now you only have a 1 in 5 chance of hitting their ace with your ace, but right now if I end up running into a club that's about the same overall as mine, and I get, somebody's slow starter Finn Boss Tom Seaver against my, control master Dom Mess Nolan Ryan, like that, they'll probably go 0-0 instead of getting the win. So I think that's going to be interesting, but remember, that's affecting everyone. That's not just affecting your team, that's affecting everyone. So, if your club is losing points because of it, so is everybody else's club. They're going to introduce club power ranking, which will be neat. They're going to do a club power ranking tournament to host East-West server tournaments, which I think is super cool, in a World Series tournament where the winners of each server will compete. That's just like that. I think that's super cool. They're going to have a club power ranking tournament, and they're going to host a World Series. That's great. There's going to be some trainer feature called a trainer. No idea what that's going to do. They're going to, okay, here's where it starts to get interesting. They're going to improve skills that are weaker compared to skills of the same grade. They'll be balanced so they can be used by various players in different situations. So essentially what they're saying is they're going to buff skills like prediction and ace and master base thief. They're going to buff them. That's really cool. It's going to shake up the meta, and a lot of us high overall decks are kind of worried, like we put a lot of time into skills on our decks. Is all of that wasted now that they're doing new skills? And this has happened before. They did it when they introduced, kind of all at the same time, if you were playing then, they introduced finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, legend skills, barrel it up. They kind of introduced it all at the same time. I think stat amps came around then too, maybe a little bit later. But it really improved the game. And if they make more skills viable and they give a little bit of a shake up to the higher overalls, I'm going to be disappointed if my players get weaker. But it does give more to grind for in the long run, which I think is better for the game as a whole. So that's kind of my thought on that. Stat balancing, they will balance unpopular stats. So this is kind of the same thing. They're going to improve stamina, fastball, breaking ball. Then on batter side, they're going to impact speed and field. So I'm going to be curious to see how that works. But it might mean that my god tier trains on someone like Colton Wong are out the window. What I'm hoping it means is that the trains that I've done still hold up, right? Like the good stats are still the best stats, but it doesn't make cards like Colton Wong, where he had a really good year, it's just all in fielding. Same with Tommy Edman or Yadi Molina, right? They have a lot of right side development on them because they had really good speed fielding kind of years. I want Com 2 to make it not so that the old trains are broken, but more so that those kind of cards are not super weak compared, so you can get a high overall Tommy Edman card and it's valuable. So that's just my quick thoughts on that. We'll see what they do. We're not sure. Apparently they're testing it. Let's see. They're trying to maintain a stable service by localizing League Master Mode so it doesn't keep quitting you out. That'd be great. Gonna try to do a better job adding new users. They're going to make key improvements to help new users settle into the game. They're going to add content support, refine the outdated game guide, improve accessibility. That's nice. And improve event rewards. That's really good for new players. Like I don't need black diamond pieces, but if you don't have an endgame deck, getting these kind of things are really, really good. So if we get better event rewards, I'm not going to complain about it. Skill and stat balancing is, we just kind of talked about that. So they just kind of talk about it here. Let's see. So yeah, we're changing stat balance, make less valuable stats have more influence. Make various type of players useful in different situations. So right now you kind of just want power hitters, and contact hitters or speed steal guys aren't very good. If they shake it up and they can make it so that you need all kinds of hitters, like you need a fast guy, you need a contact hitter, you need, a guy who can hit bombs, and someone who bats 282 with a bunch of doubles is a different kind, but just as valuable to a guy who bats 240 with a bunch of home runs. If they can pull that off, that would be awesome. So, but right now the home run is king, and I think that refine areas where efficiency falls off with higher stats to improve the effects of higher stats, to improve the value of signatures. So it sounds like what they're going to do right now, if you hit about 140 power, or really 140 on any stat, you don't really need too much more before it starts to fall off. Like, yeah, it's nice to see 180 power on there, but once you hit like 140 and your supporting skills won't get hurt by boss, like, you're fine as far as stats go. So it looks like this is going to help buff signatures by making higher stats a lot better, which will be cool, right? It's gonna mean that high base overall, hopefully high base overall becomes king rather than distribution, which would be interesting, right? It would just shake up everything we know about the game. The way the game has been played for the last 7 years would be totally different. Skill improvement results. So they're not nerfing any skills, right? If you play games, nerfing skills is when you make them weaker. They're not going to do that. They're just going to buff other skills. And if you leave a bunch of things the same and buff other skills in relation to them, then those other things are by effect getting weakened. And so they obviously mean they're not going to like make boss do a minus, 4 instead of minus 12, but it'll have weaker by comparison. I don't know if that's going to mean the other skills will be viable, or if, it's going to knock things like Dom and Touch out of viability in favor of other skills that they might be buffing, because those are kind of sitting at the bottom of the elite skills, or whether they'll stay there, but the new skills will have better, the new skills will have better effects. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Stat balance improvements, less valuable stats will have more influence on the game. I feel like they've said that like 3 times. They're thinking about changing how stats are balanced each season. They'll only make decisions on player stats with the agreement of users if stat balancing is revamped. So they're thinking about revamping how they balance stats by season, and they go into a bit of detail about how they do it. So that's interesting. You can read that if you want. They're going to update Ranked Battle to introduce blind matchmaking system rather than the list you see now, which kind of, in my opinion, it's a bummer because, like if you're playing Ranked and you pull a 100, let's say top 100 deck in the last minute of Ranked, when you're trying to hit diamond or something, right? That's gonna mess you up. So it's gonna feel a lot more RNG if this is working how I think it's gonna work. Also, we consider the OVR difference between East and West servers to revamp the tier system and produce a meaningful result. So it looks like maybe East and West may not both have top 500 or diamond, for instance, right? Maybe East has higher because they're higher overall than the West. So that's just something to consider right there. Career mode just came out and they're already revamping it. I don't care too much about career mode. It's a nice way to get clutch hits coins. Club challenge, they're instead of simply comparing OPS and WHIP, they'll be revamped so club members can discuss the all-stars of teams in each division for a certain period and quantify the missions completed into points to determine the rankings of clubs. I don't know what that means. They want to promote a sense of togetherness between club members. So, get your club all on the same page with CC before this drops. But I have no idea what they're going to be changing. I don't know how to read that. Somebody, if you know in the comments, let me know. I feel like they've mentioned this before. It seems like if they have time, they're going to try to work it so Ohtani can both be a pitcher and a batter. They're going to try to secure licenses for more retired players, which is super cool. I love retired players. Hopefully it means Scott Rowland is coming in, or Chris Carpenter for the Cardinals. Those would both be awesome. If that ends up meaning that Yachty and Albert never leave the game, I'm going to be sad. I mean, I'd be happy because I want all the Cardinals decks to get them, but I'm going to be sad because I've been holding these SIG packs for so long. Players with an expired license must be immediately deleted from the game. Unfortunately, we cannot provide advance notice about player deletion as it applies to both the game communities. We understand the the inconvenience due to lack of information about restricted players. We ask for your kind understanding as we cannot provide notice due to licensing agreements. Please check the collection and the rates page. Okay, first, Yachty and Albert have an expired license. They have signed their retirement papers. They're not a part of MLBPA. Albert Pujols has changed his agent since he's retired, so he can start doing his post-playing career. I don't believe this Comp 2. Remove them from the game. I'm sorry, Cardinals decks who don't have them, but I need them gone. I don't believe this. Okay, so we'll keep moving on. Improvement of SIG and prime player value. They basically acknowledge that Legends players have become valuable as skill-based players, have become easier to train. So basically they're saying, yeah, Legend players are the best right now. They know it. They want to increase the value of SIG and primes. That's awesome. They want to create a balance between Legends, SIG, and Supreme players. So that's their idea of endgame, is Legends, SIG, Supremes are all playing a part. Because right now, Legends are kind of the top tier, and then SIG and Supreme are kind of equal to each other, with SIG edging it out over Supremes. And I can't believe they love that, because Supreme players, have the highest average cost per pull. If you're a player who hunts Supreme players, it's going to cost you a pretty penny to actually land one, and they're not that good. So they need to work on figuring out how to get them playing. They're going to revamp the team overall boost pack. It will be renewed, including higher tier packages suited to the user's OVR, scheduled to be released in the first half of this year. I'd expect that's opening day. I think they already gave us a date. They're not going to allow trades between users. They're going to develop a save lineup feature that saves on the server. So that's going to be nice. They're discussing adding errors in video challenge, but it may be perceived as a negative aspect. I could see it if your player commits an error, or you get a call overturned because of video review, or you use a video review and it doesn't get overturned. Addition of player celebrations. Our motion capture room has added various pitching forms and batting stances. They're going to add various motions such as bat flips, home runs, walk-off home runs, winter ceremony. That's going to be fun. Their motion capture room is apparently going to work on getting them just more motions. All right, addition of player substitution when fielding. One of the things they like about the game is simple controls. They're cautious about adding tactics as defensive shifts, such as defensive shifts, and it could increase the difficulty. I get it. They want their game to be simple to play, be fun to have shifts. Really, what I would like, again, if you're watching this Comp 2, an opener. Let me set, you added a pitcher to my bullpen last year. I don't need a third middle reliever. Let me pick a guy who's only going to be in for one inning to set up the game, and he only pitches on the day my fifth starter is going to pitch. To me, that would be a lot of fun. It'd make setup man better. we see openers in Major League Baseball, and just like let me toggle the last slot, easy control, let me toggle the last MR slot as these are MR or opener, and plug them in. That'd be super fun. That's all I'm saying. And he always only goes 1 inning, then he gets pulled, and then your starter goes. Let's see. Itemization of player gear. I don't know what all this is about. They're currently unable to develop old uniforms in stadiums due to licensing issues. I believe it. Removal of ties. They don't want to increase the length of those games because of the possibility of increased stress and forfeits in competitive content. I believe it. If you're like playing one last game on Sunday and it's tied and it goes into 15 innings and then it doesn't count, right? That kind of sucks. So I don't mind. I wouldn't mind it personally, but I get it removing ties. They do not plan to add a Whisper 1-to-1 chat. However, they will actively consider separating the in-game notice from chat with an on-off feature. Interesting. Working with Google Play Games. They say, hey, if you're strong but you lose to a weaker team in battle, that's random. Get good scrub. Flexible pitcher slots. They say, no, your starter can't be a relief pitcher, and it may result in a lack of variety to lineups. I believe it, right? Like, if I could stick, all the best starters straight down the lineup, it'd probably be better than, having a low overall Jordan Hicks down at my last MR slot. So, addition of pitcher control mode. It is a low priority due to its low usage rate. That's a bummer. I love the pitching in this game. Give me more pitching options. But they obviously think that batting is better. It gets more play. Do you have any plans to allow users to set up their opponent's skill in the OVR analysis room? It sounds like they are going to update it, but they might use the overall analysis room as a hint to answer rather than a definitive answer to which skill is best. So they don't want you to just be able to plug and play in the OVR analysis room to figure out skills. This one's great. Users not satisfying with getting dupes in a SIG pack. They're going to make a team selective signature pack to make adjustments to player acquisition. Are planning to gradually improve the components of products in the April season package. A special. So if they're talking special, the recent SIG pack they released was called the Special SIG pack. So that let you pick one of 3 cards. So if that's the case, that'd be awesome. Is there additional effect for every certain value of increased stats from training players? There are no additional effects that are granted when the stats are increased by a certain value or reach a certain level. They just get better as they go higher up, but it kind of has a diminishing return. All right. They're apparently going to improve League Master Mode rewards by introducing the trainer system. I don't know what the deal with that is. They might include considering Legend and Supreme player combo. That's not in their short-term plans. They want to maintain balance. And they're aware that making Legend or Supreme players more effective than their SIG counterparts will not only upset the balance, but offend users who run team decks. They're looking for the right mix, such that Supreme players are best for offense. And when I read that, I don't think it means like batting, like your offense. I think it means like when you're attacking someone in battle, in club battle or rank battle. When you're hitting someone, Supreme players are supposed to be the best, and that sounds like that was their intention when releasing them, so that's interesting. Legend players are best for skill work, and Signature players have the best stats. So all of that holds true right now, except Supreme players and Signature players kind of come close on stats. They'll aim to balance the players, so they're going to aim to balance it, so bring these other guys up to the power of Legends. They might add a feature that they can use leftover BD pieces. Let's see. Dedicated shop that uses BD pieces may be considered in order to give user a place to use them, as well as a system in using the trainer system, which is the next stage in the growth system. We intend to introduce a new guide to encourage the use of items that were underused due to a lack of information. Please be aware that playing Master League mode will still award you with Black Diamond pieces. So they kind of didn't answer this question. I don't know. Bugs. They're going to try to fix bugs. They're not going to try to buff decks who have, you know, bad teams. Like if you're running a Rockies deck, sorry. Duplicates suck. They acknowledge that. They might take another look at the point cap. They're going to try to balance prime players, but they intend for them to work as a bridge to obtaining top tiers such as SIG players. So that's good. I kind of view them that way too. I think running primes is good until you get your SIGs. They don't want to auto friend battle. They're reviewing the stat balancing and pitcher change logic. So that's just everything from that event. A quick rundown of it. Let's get to the fun part of this video. We got 2 signature packs. We got a prime pack. We got all kinds of packs. We are going to max out Patrick Corbin today. So we can start special training him because we can't max out Tony Gwynn. And the reason for that is I don't have the stat amps I need. I need power amps for him. So, oh, that's premiums. We're going to get to those, but what I want to use first is player upgrades. And then we can do... We always do our premium skills last. What do you guys think about that? Should we do skills earlier in the video than packs? I just feel like doing the skills later in the video is better because they're the more interesting content. And I feel like if I did them early in the video, then people would just stop watching like halfway through, which is not what I want. I want you guys to sit here and watch me and listen to me talk. So we got him at 18. We also have a dupe version of him that we can plug in as long as it's not in our club lineup. Super happy I pulled the SIG. Oh, come on. Apparently I can't use it league lineup. Maybe it's in my battle. It's not in battle. Please tell me it's not in club. It's not in club. Where's my dupe Patrick Corbin? Didn't get rid of it, did I? Or did I toss it into... I may have tossed it into backups by accident. Or maybe I did on purpose. Maybe I had a reason. Let's see. We'll sort it by name. Corbin. P. Corbin. See, P comes before S. Man, am I dumb? Did I get rid of my other Patrick Corbin? Sort by grade? Oh no, there it is. Oh, it's locked. Oh, okay. It's locked. That makes sense. I didn't lock it because I didn't own the deck when it was pulled, but it makes sense that they would. This is also a really good looking card too. The Nationals deck with the black diamond might be one of the slickest looking. Like the Cardinals don't have enough red uniforms to really match how good these red uniforms and dark black uniforms match. So normal upgrade, so we can save an upgrade ticket for Gwynn when we need them later. But that's a while away, so I figured I could go ahead and do this right now. Let's just get him to 20. I'm not too worried about training him. We'll figure that out later. Special training 2. We'll go to 17 though. We'll see what he has right now. Yeah, 5 stamina, so by 17 he'll probably have way too much. But I'm not going to sit here and retrain him for y'all. So anyway, I'm excited for Com2's new updates. I think that a rebalancing of the game every once in a while is good. Because otherwise you see these teams that have perfect endgame decks. And then it just kind of stagnates and everybody aims for that. And holy cow, I've had real good luck with this so far. Maybe I run my premium. If this... Oh my gosh, if this stays lucky... 22... If this stays lucky, then I'm going to run my premiums first, see if I want to go for a different Yeah, okay. So that ended up pretty good. Not perfect. Only 31 left side, but we're going to run our premium skills early so I can see if I hit a fin or a dom that I need to try to train for. Although for Patrick Corbin, we might as well just assume go for a fin training, right? Like, he's not an easy dom. Yeah, or he's easy either way. Okay. He's kind of neutral. I don't know what that training will get me, so we're just going to blast some premium skill changes. Look at that, we're doing it in the middle of the video. I'm going to check the analytics on this, by the way, guys. And if all my viewers start leaving after this happens in the middle of the video, then we don't do this again. So we're going to see. It's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. Hopefully we land like slow starter. That'd be nice. Control master. Although with them rebalancing the skills, who knows if those will even be the best ones anymore. I was looking like a 3-3-3, but it did not end up being there. PM Dom is better than Finn Golden Pitcher. It's kind of like the inverse of it, and then we'll get some more from a little thing there. Boss, Mess, Lightning Pitch, Bleh. I prefer Dom, PM, although neither of them. I prefer Boss, PM, Ace. Okay, so no legend skill there. Touch Dom, though. That's at least a set. It's not a great one, though. Let's see, from our inbox. Got all this stuff. There's the GI that we're going to use on Mr. Tony Gwynn. Come on, give me a legend. Nope. No legend skill. Alright. Bummer. I can max both of these. I do prefer Dom Touch over Boss PM. If I'm going for a Dom train, I'm at +4. I think that I would just like go like 3 Loke. I would have to calculate. So I have a spreadsheet for this. Let me see if I can't pull it up. Nope, it just went away. Come on now. Look, you can see the inside into all my spreadsheets. It is this tool. Just a little tool I built. Pretty easy to do, and I just have like Clubmates stuff down here on how to calculate. So I'm just gonna run this in the other screen real quick. It lets me just do an easy calculation for trains. So let me see. I can take out one of these old ones. Probably this Lance Lynn. Okay, so he has 75. So first what I do is I put in his base stats. Then I put in his GI stats. His GI is not great. So that's something you want to do when considering for Dom training. And I'm not super worried about if I have to retrain this because the left side isn't elite right now. So I'd want at least 3 Loke, 6 Vel. So 3 would be 11. And then, so at max BD, it just does a quick little calculation for me to distribute that special training. And, at max BD, he still would not get bonus if I went down that direction, which is a bit of a bummer, but that might be due to his low GI. So now what I can do is I can go to the 9 innings companion, which I have shown you guys before. So now you're getting an insight into my training process. Maybe I should do a full video on this. But now I can go to my player registry, check out player name, Patrick Corbin. Corbin Burns, nope, Corbin 19. There's a button for viewing it in the sandbox. Corbin 19, he's at a 66 GI. If I go and grab the same player, Corbin 19, Okay, so it wants to pull me up Corbin Burns but we want P Corbin. 19. So you see how it gives me a little fin dom distribution here? You know, it says it's +1. Well, now I can go over here, and I'm going to want to get him to 70 GI. So at 70, he gets +2. That would get me the bonus. Because right now it's sitting +14. 71 would not get me the bonus. 72? Ooh, looks like it would not get me the bonus. 73 would also not get me the bonus. 74 would, and 75, if 75 and 74 would, they both would. So I'm going to go for this train. I'm just going to do 3. So now I plugged it all into my tool right here. And so, you know, he's Black Diamond, yes, so it calculates how much special training he'll get. I can plug in, the stats don't quite line up right now, but that is because I haven't put in his Black Diamond buff yet, Black Diamond Sig, and Mentor, and if I put those in, then it lines up perfectly. So that'd give him, at the end of it all, 137 Loke, 147 Vel, 120 fastball, and 116 breaking ball. And so we're going to do that. 3 Loke, 6 velocity, if I can do that with an amp ticket. If not, I'm still going to try to max them out. But I want +1 Loke, +2 Vel, got 8 of them. So I don't feel like it's wasting them since I have a couple to spare and no other end game pitchers to really work on training right now. So, yeah, that'll do it. That's just a quick thought process in my train. I honestly didn't think I'd be doing that tonight, but then this doesn't mean we're not going to keep looking for legend skills on him, by the way. Like, starting pitchers, you want legend skills on. So now we can start special training him to get him toward that Don bonus. And again, I'll have to change his GI to get it. He'll get it at either 74 or 75, which he's absolutely going to be at one day. So, cool. Now we can start unpacking what we have here. We'll start with silvers. I just realized this is going to be a long video, guys. Talked through those patch notes, and now I'm doing all this. So thank you for sticking around. Let's get these packs sorted out. Oh, we got a prime. Ooh, we got a Jim Edmonds prime and a Ryan Helsley 22. Ooh, great pulls if it were my Cardinals deck. And nothing else. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, 44 premium player packs. We're only going to use 10 of them. Alright, nothing too special there. Let's just go toss everything we can into special upgrades for where is he at? Special upgrades for Patrick Corbin. So just all these special training gears, all these players, and that'll take them up to level 5. Do I have more players I can do? Bunch of just one normal who's non-team. Do I have a bunch of team normals I can do? Who's Finnegan? Don't need him. Abrams, Suzuki, Garcia, might need him. Adams, Bell is nice. I have a Harper. Scherzer I have. I'm going to keep Doolittle in case I get his God year. He has 1 year that's so good. Yandy Hernandez, Carl Edwards, Garcia. Don't need Harper, Thompson. So just getting rid of a bunch of these guys. I don't know if I have Gray mixed out. Young Gomes we don't need. Okay, cool. We'll just do those real quick. Open up some more space. Lets me do 70 packs at a time now. So Yeah, I'm sorry for this video being so long, guys. I honestly did not intend for it to be. Honestly did not. So, oh, we got Diamond. That'll be great for special training. Austin Barnes 21. Man, I had the Dodgers deck I sometimes play. The guy in there, he pulled like on TSDs when he was first starting out. He pulled those like 8 TSDs in a row. So let's see. Yep, nothing we really need there. How many more can we open? About 40? That should let me clear out what I got, right? Should have done the team selective packs first. I don't really care. Do you guys care if I open these packs? Like, there's only 3, 4, 1, 2. You might miss a prime, but probably not. So I'm going to skip them for now, but leave in the comments if that's something you like to usually see. In the meantime, we're just going to go back to popping. We're only going to do 10 of these just so that I don't accidentally pop another 10 and not have any for the club craft. So nothing too special there. No primes. No legends. I think the only Washington legend is Andre Dawson, so that's kind of cool that there is a team 1 for Washington. Let's see, we got a single diamond, which is just below average rate. Pete Alonso, that's nice. He has a level 3 gold skill, which means I can use him for mentor. So I'm going to do that because I'm going to be nerfing charisma on this account. But who knows, maybe I'll have to go back to that after they reintroduce these new skills. I don't know what it's going to look like after they buff skills. Right, so haven't hit a vintage, which is fine. We're saving these vintages for double mileage. Guardians. Really, I should have just split this all up into 2 videos. You guys are welcome. We got a team diamond. Did I open the wrong team? Did I go Cleveland? Ugh, of course I did. And of course I got a Corey Kluber. Oh my gosh. The autopilot there, guys. Because I haven't, yeah. Gonna save that. We got a prime player pack. Let's pop it. Let's see what we get. Alex Wood. I really just should have just split this up into 2 videos. But you guys get one big one, and then I get to figure out how to make content for another one. So, you're welcome. Signature player pack. We got 2 of these. Let's see what we got. Do we pop 2? We're going to pop 1 at a time. So, first one, not a diamond. Pretty solid left side batter. Eric Hosmer. So, yeah, pretty solid. Not good. But, still nice if you're a Royals deck. I have a Royals deck in this club who's going to reach out and talk to me about it. Gold. Pretty good starting pitcher, honestly. Odorizzi, yeah, only base 69. Oh, he's in up condition. Never mind. Okay, I'm not crazy for thinking he was pretty good. If he was a base 74, the stats would be beautiful. Okay. So now we finally got through all that. Let's get to the main event. First off, let me see if I need to use this intermediate grade increase on him. Always check that no matter what. If I scroll through my batters on my bench, Tony Gwynn is already gold. So we can use this on him. It's awesome to get. I mean, this lineup's just going to be so cool with all these batters. Horrible grade increase. Holy cow. I don't have the stars to buy one or the club coins, but that's just a long-term thing. Let's start skill changing him. He's not going to be in line for premiums for a long time. He rolled Laser Beam Ace Specialist. Really looking for 2 good skills here. And Barrel It Up does not count. We need 2 of Charisma, Slugger, Instinct, Spotlight. Would ideally get 3 good skills. Okay, Prediction, Heavy Hitter. I can't actually afford a second skill storage, so we're just going to have to keep looking with 30-something tickets. Just charisma. MBT. Nothing there. But yeah. Supremes, you really need to treat them right and get them good skills to get them to be as powerful as you'd like them to be. They can be there. Some of these cards are absolutely insane. It's just you have to treat them right with their train. Barreled up, 5-tool, ace specialist. Man, I thought that was about to be good. Wow. I got 5 gold skills and I only had 1 good one and it wasn't even that good. But you got to treat them right. You know, you got to give them... You know, SIGs, I think, make a lot of people complacent because you don't have to be perfect on your SIGs because they just have raw stats. With Supremes and with Legends, you really got to make sure those trainings are good. Like, you really got to. So, and skills. You got to make sure those skills are good. Like for this guy, even 11 left, I was tempted to not keep because fielding was so high. Right? And that's 11 left. So hopefully at the end of it he has 16 or 17. Or I said left, but what I meant is right side. Hopefully at the end of it he has 16 or 17 right side. That would be ideal. We'll have to see because it gets expensive to train players. Okay, so we keep seeing like 1 skill at a time. 2 slugger, MBT, training junkie. No, like it's we're just gonna keep throwing skill change tickets at it anyway. By the time I got it maxed out, I'd already be skill changing, so it's worth it to just keep looking. Laser beam 5-tool. There's a who knows? Maybe next patch that'll be God tier. 7 left. Come on, baby, roll me some good skills. Batting machine, full swing, high levels. Slugger, heavy hitter, exhaustion. I'd still, like, it's fine, but it's not good, you know? Like, I want it to be good enough, because otherwise I'm just going to keep rolling these. I got a 3-3-3 with not a good skill in it. MBT, slugger, spotlight, laser beam, 1-1-1! Oh, we're going to roll it. I don't need this deck to be God tier right now. So we're gonna roll. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. And Spotlight Professional. Okay. Well, it wasn't triple bronzes, so that's fine. We'll keep working on getting those skill change tickets up. In the meantime, thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Let me know what you think of the update. Let me know what you think of the other questions I asked in this video, and I will talk to you guys next week.